Eating that slice of pizza right before you hit the pillow is like setting off a chemical bomb inside your arteries, and your body is the one stuck cleaning up the wreckage while you're trying to sleep. You think you're just having a midnight snack, but your blood is literally turning into a syrupy mess that stays elevated for hours, suffocating your cells and trashing your metabolism. But the most terrifying part isn't even the sugar spike itself. There is one specific hidden reaction that happens at 3 a.m., a biological glitch caused by the combination of cheese and crust that can age your internal organs by a decade in a single night. I am going to reveal exactly what that midnight glitch is and how it's silently destroying your heart health later in this video. Welcome to Healify Hub, where we strip away the myths and look at the cold, hard science of what's happening inside your body. You're here because you love pizza. We all do. It's the ultimate comfort food. But when you eat it late at night, you aren't just eating food. You are entering a high-stakes biological gamble. Most people think a sugar spike is something that only happens when you eat a candy bar or drink a soda. They think because pizza is savory, it's somehow safer. They couldn't be more wrong. In fact, for your blood sugar, a late-night pizza is often worse than a bowl of pure sugar. Think about what a pizza actually is. It's the unholy trinity of nutrition: refined white flour, high-fat processed dairy, and hidden sugars in the sauce. When you take that first bite, your saliva starts breaking down those simple carbohydrates into glucose instantly. By the time it hits your stomach, your blood sugar is already beginning to climb. But here's where the nightmare begins. Normally, when you eat during the day, your body is active. Your muscles are soaking up that glucose for energy, you're walking, talking, and breathing heavily. But at night, you're horizontal. Your muscles are powered down. That massive influx of glucose has nowhere to go. As you drift off to sleep, your pancreas is forced into overtime. It starts pumping out massive amounts of insulin to try and manage the flood of sugar. But because you've also consumed a huge amount of fat from the cheese and pepperoni, something called the Randle Cycle kicks in. This is a metabolic competition where your cells are forced to choose between burning fat or burning sugar. Because of the sheer volume of fat in the pizza, your cells actually start to resist the insulin. They close their doors to the sugar because they're busy dealing with the fats. This leaves that sugar trapped in your bloodstream, circulating through your system like shards of glass, damaging the delicate lining of your blood vessels. You might be thinking, so what? I'll just sleep it off. But you're not sleeping, not really. While your brain might be unconscious, your body is in a state of metabolic crisis. This is why you wake up feeling like you've been hit by a truck. It's called the pizza hangover. Your heart rate stays elevated all night because your blood is thicker and harder to pump. Your body can't enter deep, restorative REM sleep because it's too busy trying to prevent your blood from becoming toxic. Now, let's talk about that midnight glitch I mentioned earlier. Around 3 or 4 in the morning, while that pizza is still digesting, your body experiences a massive surge in cortisol, the stress hormone. Usually, cortisol rises slowly to help you wake up. But when your blood sugar is crashing from the massive insulin spike earlier, your body panics. It thinks you're starving or in danger, so it dumps cortisol and adrenaline into your system to force your liver to release even more stored sugar. This creates a secondary spike that is often higher and more damaging than the first one. You wake up with a fasting blood sugar level that looks like you just ate a stack of pancakes, even though you haven't eaten in 8 hours. This is the hidden path to type 2 diabetes that no one talks about. But it gets even deeper. Have you ever noticed that after a late-night pizza, you're hungrier the next morning? That's not a coincidence. That's your hormones being hijacked. The massive insulin surge completely suppresses leptin, the hormone that tells your brain you're full. At the same time, it skyrockets ghrelin, the hunger hormone. You have effectively programmed your brain to stay in starvation mode for the next 24 hours. You'll crave more carbs, more sugar, and more fat all day long. One late-night slice can trigger a 3-day binge cycle without you even realizing why it's happening. And we haven't even touched on the inflammation. The combination of high heat
processed fats and refined sugars create something called Advanced Glycation End-products, or AGEs. The name is perfect because that's exactly what they do. They age you. They cross-link with your collagen, making your skin lose its elasticity and your arteries lose their flexibility. When you eat pizza before bed, you are quite literally fast-tracking the aging process from the inside out. I know what you're wondering. Does this mean you can never eat pizza again? Not necessarily, but the science shows that the timing is just as important as the toppings. If you eat that same pizza at 1 p.m. and take a 20-minute walk afterward, the damage is reduced by nearly 70%. Your body can handle the load when it's in an active state, but when you eat it and then lie down, you are essentially paralyzing your metabolic machinery.
You need to understand that every time you do this, you are scarring your system. You are training your pancreas to fail. You are teaching your cells to ignore insulin. This isn't just about weight gain. It's about the fundamental way your body processes energy. If you keep forcing your body to deal with these massive midnight spikes, eventually the spring in your metabolic system is going to snap. And once that happens, there's no going back. So, the next time the clock strikes 11 p.m. and you're reaching for that delivery app, ask yourself, is 30 minutes of flavor worth 12 hours of internal chaos? Is it worth the brain fog, the morning exhaustion, and the long-term damage to your heart? Your blood sugar is the fuel for your entire life. If you treat it like a trash can, your body will eventually start treating you like one too. There is a way to fix the damage and reset your sensitivity, but it requires more than just skipping one meal. It requires a total understanding of how your unique biology reacts to the modern world. You have the power to take control of your health, but only if you have the right information. If you're ready to stop being a victim of your cravings and start becoming the master of your metabolism, you need to be part of the inner circle. Most people will scroll past this and continue to destroy their health one slice at a time. But you're different. You've stayed until the end because you want the truth. If you want to survive the coming health crisis and join the 1% who actually understand how to fuel their bodies for longevity, hit that subscribe button right now. Don't let your health be a mystery. Join Healify Hub and let's master your biology together. Your future self is either going to thank you or curse you for what you do next. Choose wisely.